Enjoy. We'll see. We'll see.
In darkness, I shall be light. In times of doubt, I shall keep faith. In throes of rage, I shall hone my craft. In vengeance, I shall have no mercy. In the midst of battle, I shall have no fear.
Doesn't look like it.
In the face of death, I shall have no remorse.
Oh, he died happy. It's one hell of a 140k introduction, isn't it? Completely over the top. Jesus. Yeah, like I said earlier, Wenchkin, I said this game got very mixed reviews, and I'm not sure why, right? I think back then it was a case of expectation wasn't met, but I don't think it's bad. So let's figure out. I've played a lot of games for a very short time today. Maybe like this. The music is very loud. Right, so they changed the graphic style from Dawn of War 2 to Dawn of War 3, which lots of people didn't like. This is more like a comic style. That might have been everything that people hated. I don't know. We'll have a look. We have a series of tutorials, plural. Let's have a look. If they're shit, we can stop them. I'm gonna do all of them. Yeah, very effective. Some games were played short for a short moment only because of the type of game, right? Opus, Echo of Starsong, seemed really good, but it's a visual novel. I don't want to play a visual novel on this Discovery stream for an hour. That doesn't make sense. We had a short look. Looked good. Yeah, it wasn't really received well, right? Some recent reviews stated that they were quite okay with the game, so I got interested. Right? We'll see.
Welcome to the first Dawn of War 3 tutorial.
Thank you.
This first tutorial will teach the basic gameplay mechanics you need to know in order to play Dawn of War 3, such as basic combat and base and army building. For the purpose of this tutorial, you will be playing as Space Marines. Move the game camera towards your stronghold.
Okay. That's not the kind of tutorial I'm looking for. My mission is parked. No, that's a tutorial for people who have never ever touched an RTS. I'm not gonna do that. I figure the rest out while we're playing the campaign. Normal difficulty. Campaign. Yes. Planet Cyprus Ultima, Mission 1, Defense of Varlock Keep. The Knights of House Varlock have stood watch on this world for over a millennium. It's always with Warhammer 40k, it's not like a year, it's a millennium or eons. It's always... That's why it's not called Warhammer 4.1. Today they stand on the brink of ruin. Their commander, Lady Solaria, sends out a desperate call for aid. Only Gabriel Angelos, leader of the Blood Ravens, dares to answer. Yeah! Awesome! Blood Angel power.
Fiery skies shall light the way, and blood shall spill over the wandering world. The spear of Cain shall call the wayfarers, and the storm prince shall unite them.
Indeed.
Their victory shall shake the heavens.
Like 10 minutes.
Hordes threaten to overrun planet Cyprus.
Boom.
Yet, by order of the Imperial Commander, Inquisitor Holt, reinforcements were kept in high orbit and forbidden from landing upon the planet. Leaving the Knights of House Varlock on their own to defend against the rampage. Help arrived when the Blood Ravens descended from the sky. Their chapter master, Gabriel Angelos, defied the Inquisitor's blockade and came to the aid of House Varlock.
Brothers, rise! We have orcs to kill! For the Emperor!
The Inquisitor was not pleased.
He's slightly angry. Or happy that he can be there.
If we don't defend that breach, Varlock Keep will fall.
Okay. The cutscene volume is a bit weird. I'm gonna try to see if I can lower the music further. Max that. Reduce this a bit. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
This is Gabriel Angelos, Chapter Master of the Blood Ravens. My Space Marines and I have deployed to the breach. We shall stem the Orc tide.
Space Marines! It's about damn time you got here.
what she says. Alright, so we've got lots. Okay. Crowd control nuker. True damage. I'm sorry, this is kind of hard to set up. Like the music needs to go away. I don't know. To rally the forces. Okay. We've got whoop. Somehow the camera is being weird today. I don't know why exactly. There you go. That's it. So we have our leader, population cap, elite points, power, and requisition. And they've got a very tiny menu down here. Select all units and so on. We've got a mini map. It's a micro map, really.
Platoon Sigma, escort Knight Paladin Python.
It shall be done. Kill every orc that crosses this threshold, Blood Ravens. Their soldiers have been targeted. Our enemies are
Now I have here the skills. Okay.
The orcs are trying to flank.
Okay, so I didn't have the full control here yet.
I will clear the way.
Well, the breach is secure.
Let us do it.
Oh, we can get in close.
That should stem the tide for now. Lady Solaria, my brothers have the breach contained. I'm moving on. Where am I needed?
The communication array! I can't coordinate our defenses if it falls.
Understood. I'm on my way.
That's pretty cool. With
Chapter command fights with you.
the drops coming in and all that. Okay, this is the furthest we can zoom in. This is the furthest we can zoom out.
I understand. The keep is barely holding. I need to find another way up.
I have barely played more than 10% of the available Warhammer games. Use God Splitter to knock enemies
The
back.
Emperor lights our way.
Alright. That's cool.
Make way!
What? Doof.
Space Marines! The keep is safe!
Scout Marine deploying blind grenade.
No respite.
Where? And Duskers was really good atmosphere. Also something.
Scout Marines.
Also something that didn't need a lot of
I hear you. What's
time.
the order?
Marching there now.
We serve the chapter.
Chapter Master to Battle Barge Dauntless. I require a tactical Marine squad drop to my position.
The
Oh.
Dauntless reads you. A tactical Marine drop pod is on standby, awaiting deployment order.
The thing is, the hour maximum is there for two reasons. To stop me from playing a game that I really enjoy for way too long. Also to give a framework to form an opinion. I know it's easy to assume that shorter exposure means bad. But that's actually not the case, right? We had many games where I stopped early because we saw what it is about. I didn't want to spoil anything, and so on. There are many reasons for short visits, and today was a mix of yeah, Lord of the Rings was poop, right? That was just not a good game, let alone something I would want to play. So it was the combination of I didn't like it and it was not really good that made it a very short visit. I think it was still half an hour. Like, waste of time. Right. So, no, Duskers was actually very, very enjoyable. Undungeon was nothing I can present in an hour. That is such a complex mess of story, a confusing story that is kind of too much for its own sake, and then a very complex ARPG system with lots of crafting and stats and whatnot, and then a tactical, reaction-based 2D top-down brawler. I think they overshot their target by like a few light years with that game. I love everything about it, but at the same time, I know that it's not working. It can't. It just can't work. You don't pick a game like this up and play it for 8 hours a week because you need to, you know. That was a bit sad with Undungeon. I think there might be a good game in there, but I don't have the time to just learn that. Nah. That was a bit sad, really. But yeah, Duskers was really interesting, and Opus was also very promising. It's a visual novel that seemed to be nicely presented. And now we're checking out if this is crap or not, because people claim it's not so good. We'll see. So far, it looks okay. Enemies under the drop pod will be knocked back.
Might of the Blood Ravens is with you.
Yeah.
Chapter Master setting out.
Now we have.
I am the no respite. Be gone!
Different units available. They've got a blind grenade.
Ready to act.
This is bad. More orcs for
Right.
Warhammer.
What's next?
There are lots of little symbols that I need to learn. They are regenerating normal armor. Alright. Okay. So there's a kind of a rock, paper, scissors system here with range damage countering normal armor and so on. Reinforcing is possible with the appropriate resources. Requisition points
People
probably.
marching there now.
Yeah. I can imagine that it feels too much like a MOBA for some.
My fury wakes.
Right?
Prepared and practiced. Blind grenade right there. What's next? Setting out.
Angela, my hammer has them. Be gone.
I hoped I could save them by letting them fall back, but that didn't work out.
Hurry, Angelus! The communication array is just ahead of you.
On my way.
Ah, there's a health pack that was dropped.
Chapter command. I understand. Protect the array.
Let's drop a drop pod on their head. Jump over there.
Where to? We need a grenade there.
Alright, I can't control them directly.
Orc kind.
Flying by my hand, Orc.
I will not.
So which ones I can
I will ensure it.
control and which ones I cannot control is a bit hard to find out.
Dagger you humans to bits!
Attack move is A, okay.
Deployed. We can kill that orc heavy weapon team from a distance.
We've got snipers.
Target is on foot. They will be executed with prejudice.
Now that worked nicely. Alright. A Moby. Depending on how much base building it actually has, because they were talking about base building in the tutorial.
Solaria, the array is secure.
Well done. There's no time for rest, though. The orcs are encroaching our last working machine hangar.
Dauntless, do you read? I want forces deployed to that hangar in advance of my arrival.
Affirm, Chapter Master. Dauntless out.
Captain Balthazar.
Machine hangar.
You have my favor, and the Emperor's.
What's her
Gabriel
name?
moving out.
Solaria? She's the voice actress who does the ship's captain in Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, isn't she? Sounds very familiar. The thing with the MOBA style is that it originated in Warcraft 3 with heroes, with abilities, with heroes leveling up. So it really is an RTS feature that has spawned a new genre, but it is her, right? Yeah, I thought the voice was familiar. So you can't really blame an RTS for having MOBA features.
Boys, kill the humies! An orc war party broke through. I must hurry.
Yeah, Warcraft 3 was great with that. It was a very modern breakthrough back then.
Cleansing team, report.
Snipers, I'll go on ahead. Give me supporting.
My PC is running very warm. I'm gonna have to check if VSync is active. It is. Graphics. Image quality higher. Not maximum. I would assume I can run this I can run this on maximum. Unit occlusion. We can disable that.
Fire from here.
Affirm, Chapter Master.
Make way! No escape!
Ah, that seems a bit better.
Moving. I agree.
They're no threat from down there.
Orc tracks.
Surprise!
I got stunned.
For all their savagery, the orcs are resourceful.
They are indeed.
Shutting out!
It's a bit of a more light-hearted approach here, maybe? We'll see. I mean...
Reach the hangar.
Understood. An assault
Oh,
marine
we got knocked
drop pod
back.
is on standby, awaiting your deployment order.
None can stop me!
Drop pod deployed.
Splat. Let's get them. What can they do? Oh, they've got jump jets. Cool. Nice. Now we've got them covered.
And see glory done.
This is Gabriel.
He's doing alright.
Force is already there waiting for you. You can deploy additional battle brothers from there as you see fit.
Chapter Master, the entrance to the
All
keep
the stuff.
factory is under attack. We can't let our knight armor fall into orc hands.
No.
I'll be there soon, Lady Solaria.
Solaria, not Celestria. Sorry. Retake the sanctuary to the south. Heal Gabriel, deploy or reinforce. We've got 2,000 points, right? So let's move everybody here and figure out the reinforce bit. It has a healing aura and reinforcement points. Okay.
Your command.
If we pick the Dreadnought. Hold fire.
May he see our glory.
Rally point.
Preparing snipers for deployment.
Yeah, we got snipers. Let's get 2 sniper squads.
Yes, sir.
Our reinforce is probably necessary as soon as you lost one of the squad.
Sniper scouts deployed. Ready, brothers.
10 of 250.
Cleansing team, report.
Is there a codex? Yes, okay, so unit mechanics. As squads take damage, they lose squad members and fight at less than full strength. You can reinforce squads by bringing them near a production building and using the reinforce command. Reinforcing replenishes the squad at a reduced cost. Allies can also use your buildings to reinforce. So, the reinforce command, but I thought it's an aura.
He who fight the Emperor lights
So
our
it's
way.
reinforcing automatically, right?
Sniper scouts deployed.
Yeah. And that's the total unit cap.
The might marching
Cool.
there now.
So far, so good. I do like the presentation. I don't know. I don't understand why it's running my GPU at over 70 degrees. Because it's an RTS, but it looks okay. And everything is happening.
The Emperor lights our way.
Unengaged hands, report.
I guess if this is not perfectly balanced and you want to play it in multiplayer and stuff like that, it's probably not as good.
Target kill!
Thank you, Lord Space Marine.
This
House
day
Farlock
will
may
never
yet
do
endure.
it.
You can probably blow that up.
Repositioning.
Let's see, we've got another jump jet here. And the Dreadnought can do a slam attack. Oh, he's been zapped. We nearly killed our snipers here.
Go ahead. Snipers will enact your will.
Assault Marines!
Oh, our assault marines were doing good. Ah, they can shoot them down there. That's pretty cool.
You are loud and it's in my throat.
We can switch to melee here as well.
Concentrate fire! I command!
Nice.
We are on our way.
Alright, see what's happening over here. You can send the Dreadnought that way.
Our enemies await death.
Let's go down there.
Sure it.
Go ahead! Ready jump packs!
Ah, the guards are holding them off.
What is your order? A smart tactic.
Cool, right? You can use jump jets and... It reminds me a lot of Battle Sector, just RTS style. Primary objective complete. Oh,
The boss said, kill the humans so we can loot their stompy knights.
No pillage for you.
let's see if we can let them flank.
Only you target!
Ah, they got our snipers.
Show me your
Put a bullet through them. Understood.
Let's heal the assault team. That's not the assault team, that's the assault team. Yeah, healed the wrong guys. We are more than a match for them.
Speak and see. Very good.
But sometimes I don't really know which ones I have selected.
On it. You are loud and carrying out orders.
Chaos. Yeah, we got the healing, that's good. Aw, I missed him. Okay, these guys need to fall back.
I will not. These orcs will be taught to fear our colors. Summon
They are
our
flanking the
sacred
dreadnought
standard
there.
and rally beneath it, brothers.
Oh, look! In our back.
The holy standard.
What is your order? A new mark.
All the standard near troops to gain combat bonuses.
The standard flies.
We got the enemy dreadnought, that's important.
No escape.
We are marching orders.
It does not start out to play like a classic RTS for sure. That much is sure.
Been driven out. We've been fighting them without reprieve for so long. I thought these were our last days.
You fought valiantly, enduring this. Your call for aid should not have gone unanswered.
Nonetheless, my house and I owe you Space Marines a great debt.
But then again, not all RTS games start with you having a base. Sometimes you need to explore first and all that.
Glory in battle this day.
Right? I remember I just played StarCraft Remastered because I was interested in how remastered it really is. And you start out with moving a few units from A to B, and then you basically have a few tutorial missions in the campaign. There's flavor around it, but I prefer this, right? So the complaints about this probably come more from the people who played a lot of the first and the second game. Probably more the second, because the first is ancient. I remember when I started studying in 2005 and 6, in the winter of 2005, right? I was going back to StarCraft, and then Dawn of War 1 was still a thing. But that's ancient history, right? So I guess the complaints mostly come from the fans of the second game, which is pretty cool. I played that in co-op even. So the comparison might hurt it a lot. But seeing it now, mostly without any connection to the other two games, because I haven't played them for years, it seems fine for now, right? Oh no, Mikaeus! How far did you get? Send the save game to Devin. Maybe he can fix it.
This reprieve from the Xenos will allow us to repair all of our damaged knight armor. The Orcs' best chance to destroy us has now passed.
Even so, I shall leave a force of Space Marines on Cyprus' surface. Blood Ravens do not abandon loyal soldiers of the Emperor.
I will repay this debt, Master Angelos. My word is my bond. Solaria out.
Chapter Master, you've another communique from the Inquisitor.
Put him through.
Gabriel Angelos, I summoned you to this world for a greater purpose than mere orbs.
My purpose is dictated by the Emperor, not you, Inquisitor. Duty demands I stand with my fellow man against the alien.
Duty demands you follow my orders. We need to conserve our forces in high orbit.
For what? The Orcs are the only threat I see in this system.
All will be revealed in time. Do not
The elite system seems to be very important for the game, so I'm going to see if I can get an inkling of what that is all about. Hone your skills against the AI from the mission. Practice. Return to the campaign map or play mission 2. Or click on elites and see what that's all about. Army doctrines are upgrades that have effect on subsets of your army. Choose 3 to bring to a match. And look, you can turn them around. There's also an army painting editor here. Custom Stormboy's elite skin. Okay. Spell Inquisitor correctly. Well, that's hard. Elites are units with unique roles and abilities. The elites shown here are currently equipped on your loadout. You can browse other elites by clicking on an elite portrait, which will open the elite roster. You can learn more about elites by navigating to the info screen. Okay, so currently selected is the Morkanaut. Super heavy walker that excels at protecting itself and allies. Beauty can create a custom force field that absorbs shots at a large area. He can fire his claw and recall it, knocking back all. And this is like a Mortal Kombat character. Everything with a K here. In-game abilities you can view. You can get videos explaining things. Okay, that's very modern. And you can switch between different doctrines later. There are stats and you can unlock more visuals and skills, I guess. Ah, hey Skazi, welcome. Must not talk like orcs. Well, welcome in. Happy Saturday. All the heresy. Well, Potrix is maybe busy. Maybe he's hunting heretics himself somewhere. So you got Space Marines, Orcs, and Eldar so far. Those are the available factions, which might just be all there is to it. I don't know. Tutorials and such. That's Solaria. A pretty cool knight armor, right? The Yumis, yeah, we have all the orc torque in the game. It's pretty nicely done, actually. Let's go to the campaign screen and see what happens here. So first one is Blood Angel, second one is Orkies. Destined for greater things. Gorgots ponders how to increase his standing. Killing Yumis. And apparently there are 17 missions that are visible on the list here. You get rewards, which are portraits and elite skins. Yeah, okay, I don't really care about that, but it's at least not a loot box or asking me to buy premium currency, so... Space elves, yes. I call them space elves. Yeah, they are very, very much the pinnacle of Warhammer 40k energy. That they are. But also Nurgle fanatics, they also tend to go up on the energy level, and Blood Angels, right? But the greater things are for orcs exclusively. Deviate, you said earlier you're surprised that there are not more Warhammer 40k games that are actually good. Games Workshop has a knack for giving out licenses to studios that don't ask for a lot of money. That's as diplomatic as I can go. I'm not sure if that's the reasoning. I'm not claiming that I know that they are penny pinchers when it comes to game releases, but I don't know. This is a big one. There's Sega in here, right? So the introduction, the mid combat or mid mission cutscenes, and then all the voice acting. This one has been expensive, and it hasn't gotten very good reviews, and that's probably spurring on things like what Wenchkin said earlier. Like, this is the game that killed the series. From a sales perspective, probably, but I'm looking at it right now. I can't, after one mission, I can't tell you that it's a bad game. We've got 18 minutes left. Let's have a look at this next. So we're gonna have Marines, Orcs, Eldar, and then we're gonna play. It's a lot like in StarCraft. In StarCraft, you had a whole campaign. Oh, not a mission, a whole campaign, and that is good or bad, depending on what you prefer. There are other RTS games where you get a run through all the factions before you just go into the proper campaigns afterwards. And then there's that I'm not sure. I think in Warcraft 2, you first played humans and then orcs, right? Or was that mixed? Can't remember. I want to see if we can now build stuff. Oh, we get another cutscene. Jesus.
Planet Cyprus was littered with the wreckage of the armies and war machines that had contended there. To most, it was a scarred wasteland. But for the orcs, it was a rich bounty of valuable scrap. The orc Gorguts came to Cyprus to avail himself of these riches, and pledged his allegiance to one of the local war
strawberry jam.
But few believed that he would be satisfied being a servant for very long.
Stop dying, you cowards! Take the Umi fort! Musket Stomper was making another mess. I'll have to show him how it's done.
I mean, that would fit with what I thought in the beginning, right? That expectations were more of the same, roughly, and that's not what they got back then, right? When this was a fresh released title, so they wanted the RTS feeling and the sort of general setup of the second game. If you ask me, the first and the second game are also already fundamentally different from one another. I think you could still say they are more RTS classic than this one, but the second game was already... I mean, it's been a while since I played it, so forgive me if I'm going completely backwards with the facts, but the second game was very different from the first Dawn of War game. Not completely. It introduced new mechanics and a few other cool things that were really fun to play with. But this here is really much less classic RTS, apart from the user interface. I see a lot of connections, though, still to Warcraft 3, where you have a hero and they've got skills, and then, you know, they've got the reinforcement system that is Dawn of War-ish. Not sure about the other resources yet, but I guess that might just be the biggest point, huh? That it was not really the Dawn of War, but a decent looking Warhammer 40k romp. Destroy the gate controls. Okay, what can we do? Grappling hook.
Buckler is getting itchy. Lads, going through that front door is dead. We'll sneak around the back and open the gates from inside.
All right.
Here's off the orc. They cannot
What are the gate controls?
But Gorgus can make her work.
Ah, the controls are up there somewhere. Nice. What's this? Spinning claw, okay.
There's Gorgus. He always has a plan. Let's follow.
Ah, nice, look at that. Oh, he keeps spinning it. Oh, I see.
I'll find the surprise.
Got something I can shoot at now, do ya?
I don't think this through. See that turret shooter? We can sneak past through those bushes.
Concealment, okay.
This claw's one of a kind. On my way.
Gotta love the orcs. Exactly.
Man ain't gonna remove himself. I lead, orcs follow.
I'm not sure if I can put him into cover there. Okay, so the turret is not gonna...
See? Sneaky.
Snaky. Okay, we got them past the turret. Shoot back, you bastards. Ah!
You ain't trust you. Take control up there. Nothing my grappling claw can't clear.
Okay, I want the complete orc campaign, please. Thank you so much. That might have worked if they would have named it differently, but then again, it might not have. I don't know.
I'm so fearsome, the Umis open the door for me.
Yeah, mighty fearsome. Mighty fearsome. Right, I'm gonna spin to win. I'm not sure if that has friendly fire at all. Yeah. We did take the fort.
I did it. I took this fort. After I did all the work. And you deserve to work. We wouldn't be in this mess if it weren't for your plan.
I probably would have been smarter.
But I'm a forgiving boss. You build me a big gun here. One that can blow over Varlock Keep, and I'll call it even. For your forgiveness? Anything for you, boss. Oh, I'll build him a gun, all right?
Ah, buildings.
But we're gonna need a proper gun to get that started. First, capture that resource point. Now, Gretchen, here's where I need you. Build me a boys' hut.
Right, boss.
The work camp. Gretchen and boys. Yeah, Gretchen's can salvage, that's good. Yeah, they did a good job on that.
Do you need me for something?
New Gretchen mob is here.
Yeah, we've got new Gretchens here.
Let's war!
What you need is what we need to do.
Yeah, it's quite good fun, isn't it? So we captured the resource
Now
point.
put a generator down on that point. I go.
Generator, power generator, okay. Select the point and build a generator. Full queue. What? Oh, it's building. I didn't see that. That was a bit invisible. Right, there's a building bar down there. Do we have rally points? Yeah. Right, and now we have the mini-map, which is a bit weirdly done. And we're approaching something that's a bit more like Dawn of War, but it still is different.
These boys are drooling for a fight.
The style they made this game in works best for the orcs, I would say. Bit more comic style, and you know,
Shooter boy!
the big symbols look a bit, I don't know, that doesn't look very good. But the rest of the game, yeah, is well enough crafted. So I guess for me, coming from outside of the sphere of Warhammer 40k most of the time, this is quite okay. And I'm not disappointed in any way, nor did I expect much. That probably helps. But this is not a game I would call bad. For itself, you know. Cutscenes, voice acting, looks really good. It's completely silly, so it does tick all the Warhammer 40k boxes. Right, now we had the introduction of an hour, and now we would figure out more about buildings and whatnot, but I'm sure it's going to play like most of the other similar games. So yeah, Warhammer 40k Dawn of War 3. For what it's worth, if that puts you off, you don't need to touch it. If you think, well, it's not that bad, you can check it out. And that's all we need to do on the Discovery stream, right?